everybody, and welcome to the Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast, episode 261. Hang on a minute, I'm not Kylie, I'm Pete Beckett. I'm the co-host for today, or the host, because Kylie has been unable to make it. But I have been joined by an illustrious group of individuals, reprobates, or some of the galaxy's most random people. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing on this episode. It's the Christmas party. So joining us today is Brent.
Bueno.
Gawny.
How do? All right.
Nana.
Hello.
And Mike Tendo.
Hello.
Wow, really channeled that energy from the podcast.
Really
there.
got it out. Yeah. Really. Oof.
Yeah, it was coming through. Yeah.
Always. Bear with me a moment. Hang on.
Oh.
The wife has made an appearance, and here she is with the reindeer. There we go. It's not a Christmas party without the reindeer appearing. You chose the wrong time to do that. All the right time.
Definitely. Yeah.
Thank you. That's I'm wearing a hat. See, this has already gone off the reservation. So.
Someone chilled that in a Kylie.
These reindeer.
Oh yeah, she said that Santa needs his reindeer, so yes,
that's true.
That is very accurate. So, and I can hear her cracking up down the hallway as she does it.
I don't know if you ever had reindeer, but it makes really good chili.
I can imagine it does.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Santa's got one less on his sleigh this year. So.
God.
I hope it wasn't Rudolph.
Yeah, I think that would be some very tender meat, I'm afraid. So, right, I'm going to start the show as we always do by asking the guests how they've been and what they've been playing this week. So I'm going to start from the top corner. Brent, this question could start with you.
It's kind of been a busy week for me, actually. This is my third live stream since the Game of the Year record.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So for those who
I've
didn't
been,
listen to the Game of the Year yet, why haven't you? But also, do you want to explain?
So I've been invited to be on stream with the developers of the Outbreak series of games. They just launched their newest game, Shades of Horror. So they're doing box co-op streams. And I was involved in 2 of those.
Cool.
Well, that's mainly what I've been doing. Is that and then doing some things. They wanted to have a day 1 pack, make the game as smooth as possible.
Nice.
Sweet.
So that was Friday when that released.
Amazing. And where is it available?
So at this point, it would be available on Series S, PC. It will be coming to PS5 in the next few months. Not an exact date yet, but yes.
Switch after that by any chance?
Probably, yes.
There you go, Mike, you're happy. And has it been verified for Steam Deck yet? Or is it in the process?
I don't remember because I'm not big on PC gaming. It's like different words. There's like verified or playable.
Okay.
One of those.
It's
I don't remember.
Probably playable at least. Cool. Awesome. So, yeah, go and get that on Steam and Xbox as it stands.
Yep, there's a launch discount on Xbox right now.
Even better.
You get a 20% off.
Ooh, that's probably the case on Steam as well, to be fair.
Yeah, probably.
Awesome. So have you been playing anything else, or has that just been your week?
That's pretty much taken up the biggest chunk of my week.
Fair play.
I dabbled a little bit in some of the holiday events, like World of Warships, like that, but
Nice.
that was about it.
Very good. Nana, how's the week been and what you've been playing?
Week's been a bit busy, and surprisingly, I have not had much time to play my 2 Hoyo games, which I've actually switched it up a little bit. And this week I began playing New Star GP again.
Nice.
Yeah, that game is still really good. I'm trying to get to the last era of cars, like the modern cars, I would say. I'd say it's still very fun, and I recommend it for anybody who likes racing games. And then the other game that I tried this week was Driftwood. It's a long boarding game, and I am not very good at it. I'll admit that right now. But I find it fun just to put on when you like want to relax and you want a different gaming experience. But yeah, I'd recommend it if you like that sort of thing. But that's been my week.
Nice. Gawny.
Hello. I've been playing lots of random things the last week or so. I had a anonymous donation of Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment by someone called Mike Tendo.
Oh, he sounds like a right old jerk.
Yeah, he's a right weirdo, yeah.
Yeah, he's the sort of person that turns up to a Game of the Year show wearing a suit.
He does that sort of stuff, yeah. So I've played through all of that, basically. I've finished the main bit of that game. It's very much similar to the other Hyrule Warriors games, but it's based on Tears of the Kingdom and the sort of background with Zelda and her story. It's done very well. It's as a sub-story kind of thing. I think the only problem with that game is it gets a tad repetitive after a while, and that's the same with most of the Hyrule Warriors games in general, and other Warriors, like Dynasty Warriors games as well. But it's really well done, well put together, and it's fun, and you can do 2 players and stuff on it, so there's lots to it. But highly strong game, pretty decent pickup, to be fair. Would recommend it.
Nice.
I've been playing some Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizer, which they basically mix up all the items into the treasure chests and stuff, and try and beat the game from that sort of stuff. That's been an interesting experiment with streaming that online as well. So that's been
Randomizers I find are just always very interesting experiments because it essentially changes your way of thinking and playing the game.
Absolutely that, yeah. I mean, because I love Ocarina, obviously, I love most of Zelda games, but it just changes the whole dynamic of it, and you've got to really think outside the box of where you can go next with the items you have, kind of thing. But it's very tricky, and there's been moments where I've just been stuck and can't do anything, and had to look through the spoiler log to try and find something I can do, kind of thing. So I'm hoping I can sort of tweak it in the next few weeks and do some more of that as well. Three other games I've been playing. I played Mass Effect. We finished that on stream the other week. Another one, I'm going to continue and play Mass Effect 2 and 3 in the next few months. Luigi's Mansion dropped on the GameCube games on the Switch 2. So I played through all of that in one sitting, which is quite a short game, but it's great fun. And also Hollow Knight I've been playing as well, the original Hollow Knight, because I've never actually played it. And everyone keeps going on about Silksong being amazing, so I want to play that as well. So I'm like, I better play the first game, really, aren't I? So, but that is a tricky, hard game, and it's not as easy as I first sort of thought it was going to be, kind of thing, with playing through that. But it's a very interesting, very, very difficult game, but very, very good, well put together.
Nice. Very good. So, you got Majora's Mask randomizer to do after Ocarina of Time?
I do. I picked that. It's a mixed one. It's got Ocarina and Majora's Mask all sort of mixed into one game as such.
Ooh, interesting.
And you have to get all the items are still randomized between both the games, so you can find Majora items in Ocarina and Ocarina items in Majora. So it makes it a little bit longer, a little bit trickier, and you've got to go for basically beat Ganon and Majora as the final sort of task in the game. It's a little bit harder because the Majora, if you don't have the Song of Time, you can't stop the moon. So it gets a little bit tricky on that front. So you might have to sort of start with those items, kind of thing, with that game. But you can do it without, and it gets very tricky.
I can imagine.
The moon keeps crashing on your head. So,
yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
We'll be doing that in a few months' time, I'm sure. Yeah.
Nice. I look forward to it. So, Mike, how's the week been? What have you been playing?
Yeah, week's not been too bad. I've just finished playing Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Okay.
That was a journey.
Across a barren desert.
I mean, I will avoid spoilers and everything. I'm not a fan of the final boss. It was a slog to get through, and then eventually it got a bit better. But the story yourself is relatively weak, and I do find myself endeared to the characters in the end. The other characters, the Galactic Federation troopers, and obviously something happens. So yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to know spoilers, but I will ask you off stream about it because I haven't played it since trying to play it.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know that. I get that. I get that. There was a point for me as well where it's just like I need to take some time away from it, and then I got back into it and then started playing. It got a little bit better for me then. Once it's like, okay, well, this is what it is, and the desert is, desolate as it is a desert. Hence, why it is void of pretty much anything.
Yeah, it does kind of make sense, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you get stuck with the crystal problem by any chance?
Not really, but then I never had to. I never 100% beat the game. I just got to a point where I got enough of the crystals that I could then move on. I didn't have to, collect every one. Although there is a part where you do get like upgrades, so you can find them on your radar.
Okay.
So when you're driving around in the desert, you can see like where the crystals are, and then you can head over to them and get them. Other games that I've been playing was the Final Fantasy VII Remake Retrograde demo on the Nintendo Switch.
Retrograde? Integrate?
Integrate.
Retrograde.
You can tell I'm a huge fan of it, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Integrate, yes. Stuttering now. Yeah, I quite like that. It was the bomb run thing at the very, very beginning of the game, so it starts at the very, very beginning. So it's only about an hour or so long. It's not a very, very long demo, but yeah, a lot of fun with that. Get behind it. Looks absolutely amazing on Switch. There is some like grain to it, so like the hair particles and stuff like that. Looks a bit grainy, but it does look very, very good on the Switch too. And run.
How does it play handheld? Just out of curiosity.
You didn't try.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I didn't really notice, but then I only played the last end part of the demo. I played most of it on docked anyway, so I'd already done the running through the factory to try and escape. So then by the time I actually played it in handheld, well, yeah,
Yeah,
I'd already done all that.
It's 30 frames, isn't it?
It is 30 frames.
Yeah,
but
which
to
is
be fair, I was playing like first-person shooter or whatever, where you want your 60 frames. I think you can kind of get away with it.
If it's done right, then yes, you can, because and that's the way it was done on the PS4 version anyway. Like it was 30 frames, and it was definitely playable even on there. And it is the better of the two games, to be honest. Controversial point.
I've not played the sequel yet, so that's on the to-do list.
Well, if you listened to the show at all last year, then you'll know I absolutely hated it towards the end.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Not good. I
downloaded the same demo on Xbox. I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
Nice. I can imagine it probably plays really well on the Xbox as well as the Switch too, but I mean, I've already played it. It's not going to be one that I decide to triple dip on.
It was just the handheld sort of version I was sort of interested in to see how it actually ran in that. So that's probably the only reason I'd actually probably pick it up, to be honest. But...
Yeah, I think if I was going to do anything,
you can download it at any time and just try it.
I might do that.
But it's that hard drive space, isn't it? How big is the demo? Like the size? What's the size of the
How
demo?
big?
That's what she said.
Good question. I'll find out for you.
Okay. I think
on the Xbox, I think it was 16.
Okay. If anything, I'll probably be more inclined to pick it up on Steam Deck because then, we'll have portability as well. So
makes sense, yeah.
But yeah, it'll probably be a lot nicer than it on the Switch too because of the higher fidelity screen.
Yeah.
That'll be. Yeah. Who knows? I might end up picking it up cheap if I do. So. Yeah. So, my week's been. Here's what it is.
I already asked you about how your week's been, Pete. Sorry.
My week's been alright. It's fine. Whatever. I'll be honest. It's been a busy week because I've been sorting out stuff ready for Christmas. Got the in-laws down, so got to make sure everything's clean and tidy and food prepped, basically, or at least getting to that point. So, in terms of games, I've had a bit of time to play. Something, but not a lot. So I've been doing a second run of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, playing it on PC this time, and my god, that game is pretty. It's very pretty. I will say it suffers a little bit on Steam Deck because I've been playing between the two because of the cloud save thing. So if I can't always sit in front of my PC, it's quite nice to just sit in the front room and just play a handheld. But there's some texture problems on the Steam Deck version, which I don't know. Might be whether or not I've optimized it very well to run. But it's, hair looks a little bit weird. 7.9 by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, so this could be worse. The game is
long, so that's quite hefty for a demo.
For a demo, yeah.
That's what she said. So there's a little bit of texture problem with that, and sometimes when I'm in the open world, Gustav's hair goes white, which is a bit weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It has its moments. It's almost like the lighting is trying to come through from the environment, and it just goes through his head. Same with Mael as well. But other than that, it's still a very fun game. And it's funny though, because I got up to a boss that if you played the game at the end of chapter 1, there is the final boss of that section where you get your first two-stage boss.
Right.
And the first time I played it took me several attempts to do it. This time, because I've been going around fighting more enemies and I'm more powered up and I know a lot more about the Picto system, I one-shotted it.
Nice.
So yeah, it was pretty beastly. But yeah, I've literally just got up to the end of chapter 1. So if you know what happens at the end of chapter 1, yeah, that didn't go down well again. So yeah, I've been really enjoying playing it again. So I think I'm doing this because the DLC came out and I just wanted a fresh playthrough. Because it'd been a while since I experienced the story. And I wanted to, this time around, I think I want to go around and start killing all the super bosses afterwards before I can go into the DLC. So nice. Because I think last time I didn't go through and do a lot of any of those. In fact, there's one that gives you a really good Picto. I can't remember, I won't go into details of what it is because it's a bit of a spoiler. But it's apparently one of the best Pictos in the game, so I want to kind of try and get that before I start heading towards some of the super bosses. Okay. That's going to be fun. So, yeah, that's going to be awesome. But yeah, so what we're going to do this time around, we're going to talk about the Game Awards just a little bit because we have to, because it's customary for Rapid Reviews Radio to talk about the Game Awards, despite the fact how much I hate the Game Awards. I'm an idiot for watching it every
thing I want to talk about.
Yeah,
I will say that.
There's a few things I want to talk about. So I'll gauge the panel first. Did anyone actually watch it?
Yes,
nope.
I watched it live.
I did
not.
But
I also watched it live.
I didn't watch it live because it was too late for me and I had work.
Same reason. Yeah.
I watched it the next morning. I think by 10 in the morning it was done. I was like, I've started watching at 6 a.m. and I was done. So to those who did watch it, what did you think? So I'll start with Nana on this one.
I thought it was kind of just not great for me. Like there were certain announcements that hit for me, but overall I would say the quality wasn't there like it has been in past years. Like 2023 I think was a pretty good one for me. And then also just like I won't spoil it, but one certain game sweeping everything sort of just took the wind out of the sails.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah.
Brent, what did you think of the show?
The same. I thought it was pretty mid. There was a few high points, but there was definitely some low points too.
Yeah.
Kind of all evened out to be kind of just mid in the end.
I can't disagree with any of that. I thought it was actually kind of... I'd actually say less than mid for me. I thought it was quite average. It's quite bad, actually. I have this problem with the Game Awards every year. It was like, it's called the Game Awards, yet the awards are like... Nobody cares about them, really, as such. It's like all about the announcements. Yeah. It's like... We should probably just have the award show on the side, and just do the announcements and then just do the awards afterwards, maybe. Because everyone will just walk away and go, yeah, I've seen all the announcements now, I don't really care about the awards. Because it definitely feels like Jeff doesn't seem to care about the awards either. Especially
I saw
some of the pre-show.
I saw the Mario Kart World in sports racing game, how that was announced, kind of thing. It was literally just like, oh, this wins.
Yeah,
next.
it was like like a couple of those get rapid fired. It was a little bit ridiculous, to be honest. So, and some of them happened in the pre-show.
And the winner is bang. Right, next category. Oh,
Yeah.
now we're going to show you a trailer. World premiere.
It wasn't an Xbox show. They can't use that world premiere.
Ah.
I mean, it was the case anyway. So we can run through some of the announcements or some of the things that were shown there. So of the new games that were announced, I'll read them out, and if anyone wants to talk about any in particular, then we'll stop and talk about them. So going from the list from Wikipedia, probably not accurate, let's say, but we'll go with it. For Loop, Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief. Okay, weird subtitle. Bradley the Badger, Control Resonant, Coven the Chicken Foot, sorry. Decrepit. Divinity, which is Larian's new game. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Forest Free, The Free Shepherd, Gang of Dragon. We'll talk about that one in a bit.
That one. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll just. High Guard, Mega Man Dual Override. Come on, Nana, I know you want to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that was a kind of an insane reveal too, because they had the orchestra and everything, which I did not expect that at all, honestly.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect it, especially with that kind of level of it, but with a franchise like Mega Man, it sort of makes sense.
Yes, yeah.
Even though it's like one of Capcom's lowest selling franchises. Like Game Boy, like with the amount of games that they've pumped out, I say pumped out, like they've released a lot of Mega Man over the years. It never usually sells over like 2 million copies.
According to here, it's been 7 years since the last Mega Man game, which is quite a while ago. But...
Was that 12? Was it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Or
the last one was
11.
Mega Man 11.
11, yeah. I couldn't remember whether it was 11 or 12. Yeah.
I didn't realize it had been that long.
Yeah, I remember 11 coming out, and it sort of came and went. Really, it was a little bit.
Yeah,
it's a shame, really, because I think the dual gear system actually was quite a nice, novel idea.
I think the big thing that stopped it for a while though was the guy who led the project. He got reassigned to the Monster Hunter team and then left.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had to find a new person, and that's why this took a while, as well as them moving to the RE engine. So yeah, but this does look good. Also, they teased Proto Man at the end, so
they did. Yeah,
I'm glad we're at a point where we don't have to do like Mega Man 1 type stuff again, because that was kind of the big thing for me.
Do you think that the whole thing about the game with being called Dual Override means that it's going to be dual characters? And each stage might have a different dual character associated?
I think so, yeah. I think that's the idea, because like the idea from Dual Override means like it could be multiplayer, it could be like you choose between the two. I'm excited to see like what they show for that.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see it. Mega Man's not really a series that's resonated with me that much, but probably should go back and play a lot of them, to be honest. I know the collections are out there, and I'm just waiting for them to go down in price. So
that's understandable.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. So next, No Law, Ontos, Orbitals, Order of the Sinking. Ontos.
Yeah, so that's from the team that made Soma.
Oh,
so it's like kind of a horror, kind of a sci-fi kind of thing.
Okay.
So that was interesting, because I didn't think Soma really did very well. So I was surprised that they're going to make effectively a sequel.
Yeah. It is somewhat interesting.
Well, it would have done relatively well if they'd paid to have a trailer for the Game Awards. Isn't it like $1 million?
That's why I was surprised.
Well, it's they say it's like $250K for like a minute trailer or minute or so. I think it's like
less than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, apparently so.
Very true.
Yeah. So Order of the Sinking Star, Out of Words, Star Wars: Fate of the Old Republic.
Yeah, that one was interesting too. So they brought back Casey
Yeah.
Hudson, who had worked on the original KOTOR games
And
the Mass Effect series, and then he left and tried to make his own studio. They never even produced a game. Then went bankrupt and closed down. So no one really knew what he was up to. But I guess he got in with some new studio, and they're making a spiritual successor, not a direct sequel, which also seemed interesting to me because the naming convention seems to make it seem like it's an actual sequel. But
yeah, that was the one thing that confused me about it. And then obviously a few days afterwards, Jason Schreier had released an article that basically was like, this game isn't coming out until 2029 or 2030 or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And then Casey Hudson had to clarify and go, no, it's coming out earlier than that, so probably 2028 then. At the earliest. Because this looked very much like a concept trailer rather than like actual anything gameplay related. So that wasn't it for Star Wars, because Star Wars Galactic Racer was announced as well, which was interesting.
That was a surprise too.
Yeah, because it's got ex-Burnout developers involved with it, so.
Oh, right, okay.
So that would be interesting.
Yeah,
so.
and they made 2 other think racing games.
Yes.
Like back on like N64 era.
Yes, they did, but I don't remember which ones. But I mean, Burnout stood out to me.
Episode 1 Racer was the first one. That's one I remember on N64.
Oh,
there was
Episode 1 Pod Racer, was it?
Yeah.
So it's very much just in the vein of that, isn't it? Because there's a lot of pod racing.
Yeah, but it's been that long. It's been like 30 years.
Yeah.
They decided to make another one.
Wow.
Now this is pod racing. Right. Next up was Stupid Never Dies. I can't even remember what that game was. Tank Rat. I'll skip over the next 2 because I think we'll talk more about those at length. Total War Warhammer 40k and Warlock Dungeons and Dragons. So 2 big tabletop properties.
I think there was 2 Dungeons and Dragons games announced, right?
That's all I can see for now, but there was also other trailers involved elsewhere. So there was a Warframe trailer. There was stuff about Warframe. Sorry, Marvel Rivals, Lords of the Fallen, Lego Batman, as such. But these were just the new trailers or the new announcements. The 2 that I've skipped over, because I know Nana will probably definitely want to talk about these for sure. I'm pretty sure most of the team will want to talk about this. It's the 2 Tomb Raider games that were announced.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of them being Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, which is basically a remake of the original game for the 30th anniversary, and which is coming in 2026. And then Tomb Raider Catalyst, which is a new entry in the series, coming in 2027. So I'll start with Mike with this one.
Both done by Crystal Dynamics.
Yes, which was also quite surprising when you consider a couple of months ago they had another round of layoffs after the Perfect Dark fiasco. So they're like, okay, so we were making these games.
Yeah, they're also supported by Amazon Games this time. Maybe that had something to do with
that. May have.
Yeah. And yet that Tomb Raider series is still languishing in development hell.
Yeah. Is Square Enix still publishing that, or has that moved on somewhere else now?
Moved on, I'm sure. I think it went to Embracer, didn't it? Square Enix sold
yes,
quite a lot of it off.
Yeah, they sold that and Deus Ex and then a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
They're quote-unquote Western IPs.
Yeah, they wanted to focus solely on the Japanese output, didn't they, again? After spending all this money on loads of properties. So yeah, Mike, I know you had some comments in the WhatsApp group that we're in, so take it away.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to the Tomb Raider games, most particularly. Funnily enough, I've actually listened to the voice actress doing a talk at a panel for Comic-Con, and that is Alex Wilton Regan, who was also the voice of a certain character in Mass Effect 3, Gawny.
Oh, you're testing me now. I'm not sure on that one.
Certain electric toothbrush.
Sorry, say again.
Electric toothbrush.
Oh,
No, you can't remember. Oh, dude, you played as Malshep, didn't you?
Maybe.
Yeah. Tell me why then. It's an only female option. Trainer, Samantha Trainer. She played Samantha Trainer in Mass Effect 3.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Yeah.
interestingly enough, she was also the voice actress for Joanna Dark for the new that's now
Yep.
cancelled.
We will get to this later.
Okay.
I guess we figured out the news stories you picked.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, Gawny, what did you think about these announcements?
I'll be honest, I've not seen very much about it. I love the Tomb Raider series in general. I've played a lot of those games. Weird fact is my mum's favourite game is the Tomb Raider, and she's finished pretty much all of them, which is
Nice.
random. So, but
Well, this
yeah,
is disappointing. Have you not told your mum about these games?
not yet. So
Oh.
that's a,
There you go,
that's a
Christmas
Christmas
treat.
Day special. Yeah. So,
That's your mother. No.
There you go. You know what 2026's Christmas present's going to be to your mum.
yeah. I have bought all the previous ones on Xbox before as well, so she could replay them. So
Nice.
yeah, that was good.
Good.
No.
Go on, Nana, take it away. I know you've probably got loads of thoughts on this.
I'm interested mainly in how they're gonna like unify the timelines. Honestly, that was my first thought, because you notice in the Catalyst trailer, she's wearing like the darker blue shirt, like in the Survivor stuff. But yeah, I thought the Catalyst trailer, the preview looked good.
Yeah.
I'm very curious into how the remake is gonna play, because I am not a fan of how Anniversary plays in terms of just like the amount of precise things that you need to do in that game annoys me a little bit.
Sure.
They've already
it-
talked
it-
about that, actually. They've already said
Yeah,
that
go on.
they want the spirit of the game to still be there, but they don't want the, I guess, unforgivingness of the classic game.
Okay.
To
Yeah,
still
yeah.
want it to be more
Okay.
acceptable to people now. I have a
Okay,
feeling
that-
they're going to take out most of that stuff.
So no standing on the spot and turning yourself round like 90 degrees to have to jump over a cavern.
And
Jerome.
no random spike pits or boulders falling on your head or anything like that.
Ah,
Or having to leap back. You have to step up onto
Oh,
the edge,
yeah.
leap, and then do a running jump, and it has to be exact, otherwise you will miss it.
Oh, the old frame perfect jumps, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah. Oh, geez.
But I'm excited to see what they're gonna do, because I'm glad we're back to like the old style of Tomb Raider, because as someone who
It needs
played
Mm.
and to see a bit of the problems.
I can't say that I really enjoyed the new series of them, but I only played 2013's. I saw some gameplay of like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and it just never really appealed to me at all. But
It became a bit more like Uncharted, I think, or they took a lot more
Yeah.
elements from Uncharted. Or the
it's lost its identity a little bit, didn't it? Yeah. that's-
Exactly.
I think the problem was
It
with
watered down the identity. So
the problem was that
I did enjoy
everything
the
sort of
first
did.
though.
Once Uncharted came out, quite a lot of games were like, "Oh, we're going to take cues from this series." It's a shame. So
It turned into
Yeah,
a
it's
high.
like in right.
like Indiana Jones and Lara Croft, took inspiration from that. And then like
Yeah.
Uncharted comes along, and then like Tomb Raider's like, oh well, we'll do that now because that's what people want now. And it's like, well, no, because you established something, you've established your identity, and you are, this massive IP. You didn't have to follow on the coattails of somebody else. But it came at a time where, this is what people want. They want that kind of action gameplay and stuff like that. And it's like, well, nobody wants to rob tombs anymore. So we're going back to 2.0.
Yeah, it's like
Artifacts.
yeah, it's like it had to change, and in Rise you feel that more because a lot of the structure of that game is similar to the first one.
yeah. So, Brian, what do you think about these announcements?
Personally, I'm excited for them because I've enjoyed the Crystal Dynamics reboot of games. I know Shadow was kind of a low point in that series. I don't think I even finished it. because I didn't like it as much as the other two. I just went back and started playing the other two again.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I'm excited that I can kind of experience that original adventure with modern mechanics.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
good
playing
for me,
it
yeah.
on the PlayStation, and I remember it being pretty frustrating, but I know I didn't get very far in the game.
Yeah, same here.
Having an opportunity to try again excites me.
Ability this time around, because the original game just does not.
Yeah.
That rating is terrible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember playing Tomb Raider 1 and 2 as a kid and just being like, this game is ultra difficult. And not because the game is actually really that difficult, it's just
It's controls.
it's very much of its
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, the controls and the precision, pretty much. For me.
Yeah. It's fair.
There's a lot of game there, and the first one, there's a lot of levels in that first game, and there's so much to do in them. But yeah, if they can get that into a modern sort of style, but try and still keep it as a Tomb Raider game kind of thing, it will work well, I think.
If they at least include the option for waypoints, or at least, you have an option to either use them or not. So if you want to prefer a more traditional, style of gameplay, well then, don't have them on. But I did find, like, when playing the original, like, Tomb Raider games, it's like, okay, so where do I have to go? Because I've gone around this room 300 times and I still am lost. Oh.
Yeah, that was a big problem.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Right, shall we talk about the actual game awards themselves? The awards, the reason why people actually should have been looking at that.
Hey,
rather
don't
than...
you want to say anything about, like, Gang of Dragon, maybe?
Oh yes, I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Gang of Dragon. It's the new game from the person who created the Yakuza series originally, who then ended up leaving RGG Studios to then go form his own studio. This is very interesting because it looks very much like a traditional Yakuza, but also not at the same time. It looks a bit more serious, let's say, but it does have a little bit of tongue-in-cheek humour. But it's hard to judge really because this is just very much a cinematic trailer. There wasn't really much in terms of like gameplay, so I'll judge it more when I'm able to see more gameplay. But it's on my radar. Let's say that as someone who's a Yakuza fan. So, what did you think, Nana?
I thought it looked cool. Apparently the main actor in that is like a big actor in Korean action movies, so that was cool, I think. A lot of what I've seen this referred to was Yakuza, but without the limitations of Sega, and I can see that, and I think it's going to be very exciting to see what he does with this, like a more mature tone, I would say.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see how it goes, really, but I don't think Sega are necessarily that bad for the Yakuza series, like especially now, like they've got like a turn-based game and then an action like brawler game like the traditional ones. But obviously, a lot of Yakuza purists are like, well, he hasn't been involved for quite a long time, and they're not quite the same since then.
Yeah.
But hey. Right, yeah, so let's get to the awards. Thanks, Nana. I completely forgot about that game. So, how are we going to cover this? Are we going to start with the main one, or should we go... I guess we can go through some of the smaller ones that were done through like the pre-show, because those ones weren't necessarily cared about as much, let's say, especially by Jeff. I mean, he didn't even it's pre-show. He never turns up for the pre-show, so he didn't. He seemed to care more about like potentially having sex with Miss Piggy than he did actually about some of the awards, which was very, very strange.
That was crazy.
That was so weird. It was like if they had a one-off segment with that, fine, but then it just kept coming up. It was strange. Right, so yeah, we'll go through some of the winners and losers of the show. So best esports team was Team Vitality for Counter-Strike 2. Content creator of the year, Moist Critical.
No idea who that is.
I got nothing.
He
I know who he is.
I know who he is. I've watched a lot of his content.
It's arguable if you would even call it gaming content.
Some might say so. But he was in Dispatch, so bleed over, I guess.
A little bit.
Some degree.
Maybe.
Right, best esports game was Counter-Strike 2. That game will never die. Best esports athlete was Jung Ji-hon for League of Legends.
Honestly, surprised Mena RD didn't win this.
I was disappointed for Mena, but can't win them all, I guess. He's won pretty much everything else this year.
Yeah.
Most anticipated game, of course, is GTA 6 because...
Yeah, of course it is.
For like the third year in a row.
Yep, and...
You know what? This game has got to be good, because if it's not...
Oh, yeah.
imagine if it is absolutely poor.
Oh.
It's not going to be.
Oh. Imagine it comes out, finally, after all this time, and it's like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Dag.
Oh, shots fired.
Another Cyberpunk. Potentially.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk is revered now, but everyone should remember what state it came out in. Remember that game got refunded several times over and had to be delisted. Anyway, player's voice. Wuthering Waves from Kuro Games.
Didn't understand that.
No, neither did I.
Must be a lot of fans.
Yeah.
That's an anime thing, isn't it? I haven't seen it myself.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
No, the anime fans do tend to come out and vote in their droves. So, yeah, fair enough. Best adaptation, Last of Us Season 2. I think
Didn't really understand that one either.
Sonic story, I'm not on this.
Fallout not get anything for that?
No, because that was 2024.
Previous year. Right.
And the new season come out until after the Game Awards.
Yeah, so it was Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry on Netflix, Splinter Cell, Death Watch, and Until Dawn were the adaptations it was up against. I'm surprised it wasn't Minecraft, but well.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Me too.
Yeah.
Innovation in accessibility, Doom: The Dark Ages. They didn't really talk about what the actual innovations were, but especially considering...
Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
No, they didn't, but...
We talked about it last time, but
we did, yeah.
Microsoft does a good job with accessibility, so I would believe that Microsoft game would win.
Yeah, because I was looking at that going, South of Midnight could very easily win for that as well, because that had a vast array of accessibility options as well.
Yeah, if only Claire Obscure had that defense quick time thing, whatever.
It may have been up for that award, yeah.
That's a spoiler. We weren't supposed to talk about that.
Jesus.
We will leave it at that.
Joe, what Game of the Year awards?
Right. So, best sports and racing game was Mario Kart World, as Gawny's already alluded to.
Honestly, a better pick than most years, I will say that.
Yeah, but there's questions whether Sonic Racing should have won that, really. But
yes.
It's all right. But I think Sonic does have the edge.
I mean, I think Sonic should have won it, but that's just me. Best
having played both the games, and also Kirby Air Riders, I mean, I do put my hands up. I mean, I'm a huge Mario fan anyway, but even I can see, like, the difference. It's, chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
Sonic just did that a little bit better. Hence why, I did nominate it for our Game of the Year award. Well, your Game of the Year awards. Go watch it.
Yeah, the only game awards that actually matter.
Actually matters, yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yes. Best multiplayer game, Ark Raiders. Makes sense. It's kind of taken everyone by storm this year.
Yep.
Best family game, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Interesting.
It had to win something, didn't it?
The obligatory let's give something to Nintendo.
Pretty much.
Sonic Racing was on there too.
Mario Kart World was also on there, yeah. So
they were the two games. It's like, well, Mario Kart World's already got an award, so we'll
give it to the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Donkey Kong is good. I've enjoyed playing it, but it's not anything different really. To me, it feels like Mario Odyssey with an extra bit of paint on it and Donkey Kong added onto it, basically. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. If they'd done more with it afterwards, or added more races, or karts, or circuits or something, DLC. I mean, they announced DLC for Donkey Kong like a month after its release, and then like Pokemon beforehand,
which also left a bad taste.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah.
So
free updates, dude. What's wrong with you? Come on, Nintendo. Pull your finger out.
yeah, it would be nice. I mean, considering that they've only just sorted out the balance of the items and being able to custom do that after like 8 months of being out, pretty bad. Yeah. Anyway, best sim or strategy game, Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles. Makes sense.
I don't know if I agree with the remake really winning a Game of the Year award, to be honest.
I mean, considering it was up against 2 Point Museum, Tempest Rising, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Civ 7, and The Alters, I'm surprised. I'm going to admit, surprising it did actually win.
Yeah.
Best fighting game actually came to a game that got released this year, which was good.
Yeah.
Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I mean, considering its bad sales numbers, but the game, I personally didn't enjoy it as much from playing the demo, but watching the game at a high competitive level is ridiculous. It's such a good game for that. I kind of want to get I've seen it on CD keys for 18 quid on PC. I'm tempted because it comes with all the season 1 characters.
Nice.
I mean, considering it was up against 2XKO, which is still technically in beta, even though it's a free to play game, I guess. Capcom Fighting Collection 2, which is a freaking collection of games that were released many years ago.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, same thing. And Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage, which is the 5th re-release of Virtua Fighter 5 in 10 odd years.
Yeah. So, at least an actual game won it.
Yeah, an actual new game did win it, which was good.
Yeah.
So, best role-playing game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. There's going to be a trend going on here. Let's just keep going. Best action adventure was Hollow Knight Silk Song. Probably rightly deserved, I guess.
Yeah.
It's avoiding all spoilers on it, so I can't comment at the moment. So I will see it eventually.
It wasn't a game for me, but I'm not a Metroidvania person. But I can see the good things about that game that people love.
Yeah.
Best action game was Hades 2. Another one of those sort of games, not really
solid.
My kind of thing, but it's a solid pick. Best mobile game, Umasami, Party Derby.
No idea.
No, exactly.
It's the horse girl game.
Oh, okay. That's
as soon as you say that, that's cool. Best VR AR
So
game.
it's very popular.
Yeah. So Midnight Walk for best VR game. VR is not my thing. Can't do it.
Anyone got VR here? Anyone?
A lot of VR games, and I know because of my mate Adam, who over at the
of course.
Institute, he's been doing a lot of reviews and things. He's actually moved on. He did used to do a lot of Nintendo stuff, but he's moved on to VR and he's having a lot better luck with that. And he's played all sorts of VR games. And you think a Midnight Walk Simulator? I'm pretty sure there've been other games that are much more deserving.
I saw he played a Vampire Survivors VR recently, and I
did
was
see
interested in how that plays. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Kylie will be disappointed if Deadpool VR didn't get the win.
That's what I mean.
I'm happy it didn't because it's Deadpool.
Oh,
I know.
it's just gonna be VR chat for the rest of the time now, isn't it? So...
All right, I'm gonna stop there for a second because it's time for Pie Lord's unbroadcastable joke of the week. Why don't witches wear
Pie
underwear?
Lord's joke. Don't know.
Pie Lord's joke of the week.
So they can grip the broom better.
Aye.
Oh dear.
Right, now back to your regular scheduled programming. I did say best community sport was Baldur's Gate 3. Best ongoing game, No Man's Sky. That is a redemption.
It has improved, but still.
Yeah. Consider it was going against Helldivers.
The Mass Effect content brought back into it as well recently. Is that No Man's Sky, or was that Destiny?
Star Wars, wasn't there? I think there's Star Wars stuff in there as well.
Possibly.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Best debut indie game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Best independent game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Games for Impact, South of Midnight. I'm not sure what this even means. I'm not even sure what the impact was.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I didn't like the game.
They wanted to give it an award, and it was the best one available.
I mean, the game was okay. I mean, it made an impact, and the fact that I deleted it off my Xbox and didn't really talk about it again. I played it to completion and don't remember much about it. It made a real impact. Best performance, Jennifer English as Mael for Clair Obscur. Considering that the competition was Charlie Cox for Gustav for Clair Obscur, Ben Starr for Verso and Clair Obscur, and a couple of others that were like Erika Ishii for Ghost of Yote, Troy Baker for Indiana Jones, and Konatsu Kato for Silent Hill F. Clair Obscur was probably going to win this category because there's 3 out of 6 nominations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. Best audio design, Battlefield 6.
That one I didn't really get it.
I can sort of understand it, to be fair.
Has got quite a lot of
noises.
really interesting audio design, I guess.
Yes.
Best score and music, Clair Obscur. Best art direction, Clair Obscur. Best narrative, Clair Obscur. Best game direction, Clair Obscur. Game of the year, Clair Obscur.
I think we saw that one coming.
So,
Yeah.
I did the math before. They got 9 of their 12 nominations.
Yeah. It's the
honestly,
cleanest. It's the nearest clean sweeps that we've had, like in Game Awards history. Like, it's won the most of our awards.
Balatro had the highest win percentage before.
Yes.
I think they won 2/3 of the nomination.
Didn't The Last of Us 2 also have like an absolute stack of awards as well for the Game Awards? I think it was 6, didn't they?
Baldur's Gate was pretty decent, wasn't it, for awards won kind of thing? But
Red Dead 2 also won quite a lot of awards, apart from Game of the Year, where God of War took it in 2018.
Elden Ring as well, of course.
Yep.
But I don't think any of them's gotten anywhere close to 3/4 of their nominations.
No, very true. This has like been the highest amount of awards that have been won. So
I'll be honest, I don't really play a lot of new games anyway, but I know absolutely nothing about Expedition 33. I've literally seen nothing of it. So.
I honestly would go in blind. If you like JRPGs, just go in blind and play it. That's
I might give it a go.
Like as someone who's not the biggest JRPG fan, who's starting to love them a little bit more, it definitely feels like a love letter to them. Like, it's not going to do anything like drastically new, but it is very much if you love a JRPG, you probably will really enjoy it. So
okay, cool.
But Nana, I know you've got issues with this.
JRPG that's really British, well then you'll play Xenoblade Chronicles. But if you like a JRPG that's really French, play Clair Obscur.
Yeah, if you want to wear a costume that has lots of baguettes, then yeah. And yes, I say it like that just to be stupid, of course. Even to the point where a lot of them, like, there's a costume in the game, and they all went up to like that. Every one of the developers were all wearing that costume just for a joke. So I thought that was pretty cool, but I don't think they expected to go up that many times. So.
Do you want to know something really, really sad? When we was at Comic-Con, and there's all these people dressed up in that costume, and I had no idea why they were dressed like that. No idea.
You just thought there was a lot of French people that time around. You were just like,
bloody hell, this must be Erasmus or something. Where's all these foreign exchange students coming from?
Right, Nana, you've been very quiet so far, and I know you have issues. So I'm going to let you have the floor for a moment and discuss why you think this is bad. You're on mute. We can't hear you.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
My thing is more just I feel like people have been annoying about it because it's been heralded as the savior of JRPGs. Like, all respect to Sandfall because they've gotten a lot of like achievements from it. Particularly like even the French government is recognizing them, and governments recognizing video games is always a good thing in my mind as well. But my issue is just that it's been. My issue is just with the whole like it's being heralded as this big savior of JRPGs because it's like they've always been around. It's just that I feel like this one has just been more accessible because I think people don't like anime. So yeah. That's just my issue.
I don't disagree with you. I did keep saying this. Sorry, go on, Mike.
Can it still be categorized as a JRPG?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it can.
Yeah, so I mean,
The French get away with that because they are like huge like weebs. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
I
it's
think
just,
it should be FRPG, but that's just me.
well, we'll call it JRPG adjacent then.
Adjacent.
But yeah, it is. I agree with you, Nana. I don't think it's like the savior of like the JRPG series, like everyone makes it out to be. JRPGs have been around for many years. Like they've been popularized for many years. They never went away. It's not quite like the same as the fighting games, like going away like in the early to mid 2000s and then coming back when Street Fighter did. Yes, there were games released, but it was never as popular as what it was. I mean, you look at Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, for the fact that they were like high sellers for action, like turn-based RPGs. Final Fantasy 15 and 16 are always like high sellers as well. Like it's, and those are just Final Fantasy. You've just, like Mike's mentioned, Xenoblade Chronicles, like a massively popular series on Nintendo Switch, like Nintendo systems. Like even to the point they've re-released every game on Switch now. So
Yes.
They haven't gone anywhere. It's just that it, like you said, it made it more accessible to a lot of people. And I'm going to mention Brent's favourite word here, Game Pass, definitely made it more accessible for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well done to Sandfall, because obviously they deserve the accolades for making a really good game. So, I mean, I don't agree with the discourse that I see online is that because a game wins a certain amount of awards, like they should be limited. No, if you're excellent in your category, let it be known. Like,
it's difficult on that one. Yeah.
I do think that part of that though is just because The Last of Us did it, and that game was so divisive.
True. But everyone seems to be like, oh yeah, that can clean sweep, and nobody cares about it. But if like this does, like someone doesn't seem to care as much. Like people care a bit too much about it. It's a bit weird.
The only problem with games like clean sweeping is it's some other games which do deserve those awards probably won't get the mention, especially some on the indie category. There might be something else you could put in there, kind of thing.
Of course, yes. So if we go down to debut indie, you've got Blueprints, Despelote, and Dispatch. Like Megabonk was on there, but it got taken off.
Megabonk, obviously, but it was removed. Yeah,
but
which probably should have won, to be honest.
I mean, let's be honest. All of those games on there are very solid nominations, but
exactly
any of them could have very easily won. Same with Best Independent Game with Absalom, Ball Pit, Blueprints, Hades 2, and Silksong. Like, same thing there. Like, the fact that they've been nominated should be enough for most people to go, okay, those are good games, good enough to be nominated, so I should go and check them out.
Yeah, definitely.
But not everyone thinks like that. Everyone just remembers the winners, don't they? You don't remember who came third, fourth, fifth in the Premier League, like, in 3 years ago, do you? So.
Yeah.
This Jeff Keighley didn't give people enough time to actually see the list of nominations. It's like, okay, so these are the nominations. Right, this is the winner. Move on.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but what were the other games? Sorry.
Yeah, true. But I think that's because obviously it's a money-making venture. He makes a lot of money, but he also probably has to spend a lot of money to make it happen. So, like, it's a business for him.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. He does his job clearly quite well, because I think, whilst I'm not his biggest fan, he clearly runs a show quite well that people like. Fair enough. Right, so shall we get to some news other than the Game Awards?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, as we've already sort of touched upon it already, Brent's been very nice to sort of supply us with a few stories this week. So we're going to talk about Joanna Dark and Perfect Dark, and the Perfect Dark reboot that was cancelled because obviously, the voice actress for Joe Dark has obviously been talking about the game. So I'll just read the article. This was provided from a source that I wouldn't normally use, but Brent, thank you for providing it. It's The Gamer. So over the last few years, there's been a worrying trend in development of video games being cancelled. In recent months, the legendary Yoko Taro revealed that he had multiple weird projects canned. Reports suggested that Ubisoft cancelled a new Splinter Cell game in favour of X-Defiant, and both Halo and the Lord of the Rings MMOs were shelved by Amazon and Microsoft respectively. So one of the biggest shock cancellations came from Microsoft in the initiative, who confirmed that Perfect Dark wouldn't see the light of day. 6 months after its cancellation, we spoke to Alex Whitten-Regan, also Lara Croft in the upcoming Tomb Raider revival, who shed light on just how horrific the ordeal was. Not my words, the gamers. So, his quote says, I was shocked, surprised and devastated as everyone else was when the funding was pulled and the studio was closed. I didn't see it coming, was absolutely blindsided when the project was defunded. Mike also mentioned she was known for Mass Effect, Dragon Age and Cyberpunk 2077. Said she found out at the same time that everyone else did, so didn't even get prior notice that this was going down the drain. Which is quite a worrying trend, really. So, of the development process, Wilton Regan told them, we were basically recording bits and bobs throughout 23. We were also doing lots of performance capture for it in 2024, and we're even recording more stuff for it in 2025. To my knowledge, we're pretty far along. I'd done entire chapters of this universe, had delivered several milestones that the client was really happy with, but in practical terms, she didn't. So that was the end of the quote. But in practical terms, she didn't know exactly how far along development was, which makes sense for voice and motion capture.
Yeah.
But if she knew she had already done several chapters, then obviously it's significantly far enough into the game.
Oh yeah, it depends on obviously how many chapters the game was going to be and how many different areas it were going to be. But you would consider that a lot of the work in terms of motion capture, like animations they would use, such as lots of shooting, running, jumping, wall climbing, hacking, all that sort of things would have been made. So they could have reused a lot of those assets all throughout, so they could have easily built a lot more after that. When losing the role as Joanna, whilst losing the role, Joanna was painful. Biggest picture was far grimmer. Quote, it was devastating. So many people lost their jobs, an entire workforce was disbanded. There was an ecosystem of creativity and collaboration that was in place that we lost overnight. It was really, really difficult for everybody. Which makes sense. I'm not really sure there's much else that we can go into there, because I think it's the vast majority of the article was, most of the talking point was how far along was the game. I would say it was probably more than 50% done.
I'd expect so at that stage, yeah.
Well past the concept stage, and they were absolutely, into development. And basically, when you got the motion capture and voice lines and that, so they were basically working on the cutscenes and everything that would go into the game afterwards. So they've already generally built up the environments, I would imagine, and the general gameplay loops, and then it's stitching the two together. So I would have imagined it was quite well on. Why they just decided to cancel it there and then? You think, well, that's a lot of money you've wasted now on something that is well on its way. If it's okay, this is a decent enough story or whatever, or a decent enough concept, but it's never going to make it into the initial stages for development, we're going to can it. And you think, well, that's a shame, but fine. But it's we saw the trailer, didn't we? Was it last year?
I think so.
And then it's okay, there's something a bit about this. But you think if that was the trailer from the game, and it seemed like a concept trailer then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a lot of people talking about like
Well,
what the state of that trailer really was, wasn't it? Like whether or not it was
Yeah,
like
there were two
full
trailers.
concept or whatever.
One of the trailers was just CGI. So it could
Yeah,
be
that
a
was the
concept.
initial reveal trailer in 2021.
But one of them
wasn't
had gameplay.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
but it also
So that's
did come...
obviously far enough along to be a point where they coded gameplay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you remember as
Yeah.
well, there was a lot of discussion after that fact where people were coming out and saying, was that even really gameplay though? Which I think, based on this article, it clearly was.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was... It might have been scripted, of course, but, you know, it would be. You know, it's made for, you know, a public showing. Of course it's going to be scripted. Yeah, it seems a bit weird that they've obviously shut the studio and closed, like, canned the game when the game's this far along. I wouldn't be surprised if, give it 2, 3, maybe 4 years, that those development kits might see the light of day, and you'll get a playable build at some point be decoded and declassified, you know, somewhere online. So, like,
Yeah.
I'd expect to see an MVG video on it in about 3 years' time.
Yeah.
It does make me wonder though how much money.
They did that with the GoldenEye, didn't they? Like the GoldenEye remake or something, like
Yeah.
sort of like made it and then like disappeared.
Yeah,
And we're
they
straight
did.
up. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nana, what was you going to say?
I was just saying it does make me wonder how much money did Microsoft burn on this project? Like
Probably at
them to
least...
cancel.
I would say probably at least 200 million.
Yeah.
At
They
least.
put who was it? Rod Ferguson. They put in as studio head,
Mm-hmm.
and they called it a triple I or quadruple A studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quadruple A studio, yeah.
Yeah, and then
They were
also...
hiring the best of the best.
Yeah, they also outsourced Crystal Dynamics as well, so...
Yeah.
So they were doing a lot. So they would have to help, you know, pay for some of their development costs as well.
Got money there then.
Yeah, but it's Microsoft. They're $1 trillion company. They're not really...
It's a tax write-off, isn't it, at the end of the day? So
essentially for them, it's the same thing that
Yeah.
Hollywood does, doesn't it?
Wiley Coyote movie by Acme.
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that, Mike, because I was literally just about to say that. Hollywood does the same thing. Like they have things in the can, you know, for a while, like the Batgirl movie or Wiley Coyote, and they just
that might be coming back, though, mightn't it?
apparently,
Maybe.
no, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Netflix, I guess. Probably not. Anyway, so let's... stupid bloody thing. Thanks, Export Zero. I have to turn off my plugin for AdBlock. Cheers, mate.
Oh, no.
Pause on this site. Yeah, cool. So... Alright, here we go.
Speaking of Netflix, apparently their offer is back on the table for Warner Brothers. That includes the game studios.
Oh, because originally it wasn't going to be, was it?
Interesting.
Yeah, they were going to split all the TV stuff and the game stuff.
Deals originally, but then when Paramount tried the hostile takeover bid, then kind of they had to release details about it.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Netflix is interested in the game studio.
Interesting. Not sure how I feel about that, though.
Yeah.
Batman games and stuff and things like that,
From
I guess.
Netflix. Ooh. Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat
Yeah, all
games
the
from
Lego
Netflix.
games.
Oh, dear.
I mean, considering
Kombat.
like, yeah, considering what's happened with like Mortal Kombat's development all the way through from the start with Midway, like going from Midway to like WB and now possibly to Netflix, Ed Boon must feel cursed, right? My
That's
God.
all right, because it's in Netflix's hand. They'll probably have it for a couple of seasons or whatever, and then Amazon will pick it up.
Well, on the gaming side, as far as I know, they've only purchased one studio.
Yeah.
And they made
Okay.
one game.
Yeah, the gaming
right.
division is not exactly fantastic, is it?
I guess they made their own studio. They have like an Amazon game studio.
Yeah, they did.
Their own in Liberty. So I guess they have two games.
Amazon Game Studios, they bought Double Helix, and then I think they ended up shuttering them, didn't they?
I think
That's
Amazon
right.
does have more studios than Netflix.
Yeah. Anyway.
And that
I
may
mean-
be a result of MGM.
Yeah, true, but you have to
Yeah,
remember
that's. I
with
was going
like,
to say the MGM deal might have like sucked up some of the game studios from that kind of thing as such. Yeah.
true, yeah. Right, shall we move on to the next story?
Yeah.
Because in the US specifically, hardware sales were at their lowest number since November 1995. Ooh,
It's because they're more expensive.
thanks.
I think
Right,
it's more
moving
than just that.
on. We don't need to talk
Solved.
about it now.
Solved.
Yeah. So this comes from Matt Pescatella from Sakana. So he put his monthly breakdown of US sales numbers. He gave the following grim information about hardware sales last month. Monthly hardware sales spending dropped by 27% compared to a year ago, $695 million. This is the lowest video game hardware spending total for a November month since the $455 million reached during the November 2005 tracking period. Oof. 1.6 million units of video game hardware across all platforms sold during in the US during November, the lowest total for a November month since 1995, which was 1.4 million.
That's because people have cottoned on that the Black Friday sales on these consoles was just a hoax, and they didn't actually increase in price.
Well, some of them didn't even have Black Friday sales.
Yeah.
there we are.
I mean, PlayStation had some reductions, didn't they? I think the PS5 digital console went down to about $300, didn't it?
There was not an Xbox Black Friday deal.
No.
I looked.
Yeah, I was looking as well because I could have been could have been tempted to buy a Series X, a Series S, probably not.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for the Series S.
I mean, I could have a Series S in in this office, but don't know. PC. Anyway, the
So
average,
I ended up getting
What do you
a
know?
Fire Stick instead.
yeah,
Oh, Fire
Yeah, so I
Stick,
can put it
yeah.
in the cloud.
yeah. Just remember, it's an Xbox.
Yeah.
The average price paid for a new unit of video game hardware reached an all-time November high of $439. Up
And they
11%
wonder why.
compared to a year ago. Yep. And that's a digital console.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 was November's best-selling hardware in both units and dollars, the first time this has occurred since the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. Switch 2 ranks second. Now, this is the interesting one here, especially for the US. Xbox didn't come in third.
Oh, okay.
The NEX Playground ranked third in hardware sales during the month of November.
The NEX Playground.
It's basically like an Android. It's sort of like an Android device that's like Kinect.
Oh, right,
Have a
okay.
look it up. It's
I'm
like
looking
the
it up, I'm
unit
looking it up.
itself is actually kind of cool looking.
Oh, right. Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah,
It's like a Connect like style kind of
yeah,
thing, basically. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Very strange system, but hey,
I've never even heard of that.
no, I think it's a US based thing. I think.
Right, right.
I'm not sure we have it over here because the UK numbers were definitely Xbox was in third.
That's interesting, though. They've done that well to be in front of Xbox on that
Yeah,
list. It's still quite impressive.
I mean, it's also a subscription based service. I think it's only like $90 for a year. So
Ah, I see. Okay.
yeah, so not too bad, I guess. But yeah, it's. So according to the article, Xbox has made it clear that they're not interested in shipping hardware, a low margin product, for the past few years. Ever since the Activision Blizzard King acquisition, platform holder has seemingly been pulling back from the hardware market. That's the article, not me, by the way, and this is from Xbox Era. So,
Yeah, they're not counting them for Black Friday. Obviously, they don't want to move what products they have on the shelves.
no, and to be fair,
Kinda makes sense.
like they haven't reported their sales numbers on consoles for quite a number of years now, anyway. So, it's not just. I think it was towards the back end of the Xbox One generation, wasn't it? They stopped really reporting numbers. So, Yeah. Anyways,
Well,
Yeah.
the likes of PlayStation keep constantly fabricating their numbers every time Nintendo have a quarter.
How many more PlayStation 2
Yes.
we sold this year?
oh,
PS2, let's add another couple million on there. We found it underneath the sofa. Just put it back in the list.
Gawny, I take umbrage with that. I'm not a PlayStation fanboy. Let's just say this.
Yeah.
But Brazil keeps selling them.
I know they do keep selling them, to be fair. Yeah.
Like
Fair play, Brazil.
They love a PlayStation in Brazil.
Yeah.
So it's probably because they don't get anything else out there. Because of
Probably something to do with
outrageous taxes.
Copyrights.
Probably.
there's no copyright released.
PlayStation 5 prices. Because along with taxes and everything.
Yeah, I
it's,
mean, I'm pretty sure I remember reading that the last PlayStation 2 game was FIFA 2015. and that was on PS4 and PS3. And yet it was on PS2 because Brazil.
I think maybe FIFA Street 2 maybe as well might be released the same sort of time as that, maybe something like that.
Was it
But yeah,
2 or 3? It might have been
I mean,
3.
I guess if
like
you're
that,
going
yeah.
to make a new game for the Brazilian market, FIFA's a good choice.
FIFA's good to shout. Yeah.
Yeah, but FIFA 2015 for PS2. Oof. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, not really a surprise that hardware sales are down because everything's expensive and...
Yeah, blame Trump.
Yes.
I mean, we can. We can also blame these greedy bastards.
And greedy bastards, yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
So we're not just going to go solely on politicians. Gawny, I've seen your shit posting on Twitter at the moment.
If you mention Rupert Lowe, you would see why.
I guess there's an argument that you could blame Nvidia too.
I'm not
yes.
even. Oh my god! I don't even want to go into the ridiculous price hikes of like RAM and like
RAM sticks
video
at the moment,
cards. And
ridiculous.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. AI's got something to answer for this, I think. So,
Do you know the funny thing is, right? I was watching a video on this. It's really stupid. The price of RAM is going up to the point where laptop makers are now only putting 8 gigs of RAM into their laptops, but Microsoft say that Copilot can't run without 16 gigabytes of RAM.
exactly that. Yeah. It's so silly. Yeah.
It's
I'm glad I got a
such a joke.
16 gig RAM laptop then.
I'm so glad that I bought RAM before this ridiculous inflation.
I've got a stick of RAM right here, 8 gigabyte. Who wants it? 500 quid. You know?
What are you, Nvidia?
That's only like 400 US, right? So
Sold.
Get your sticks on eBay, everyone.
my mom called, was asking about a gaming laptop, but he was going to get her son for Christmas,
Right.
and they had sent a link for a cheap one that they found. It's, it was like $100 or something, and I was like, I
No,
wouldn't buy it.
It
no,
won't run anything.
no. I can tell you for sure that even the most bog standard like basic graphics card at the moment with its 8 gigs of VRAM on there is not enough to play anything decent. It's a joke.
So I recommended
Yep.
if it was solely for gaming and you don't need the rest of the laptop for anything, to look into a Steam Deck.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, good shout. Yeah.
That's
It
fair.
is a good shout.
Yeah,
But this
pretty much.
this whole RAM situation is causing an issue with Steam because apparently it's like delaying the Steam machine and the Steam VR, like their new VR headset, like getting a release date. Apparently, Half-Life 3 apparently is coming for it as well, but they can't as an exclusive.
It might explain some of the hardware, like things you were saying earlier as well, though, with why it's gone up so much, kind of thing as well. But yeah, it's who knows what the future console's going to look like if it's all going to go digital and things like that. It's
Even then, I wouldn't be surprised. PS6, the Xbox, new Xbox, or anything. It's probably going to be around $700 to $800, or nearly $1,000.
That's what I'm expecting too, just because of the pricing for the ROG Ally.
So Danker's put the Rampocalypse is upon us.
Yeah, I see that.
Pylord, Pylord said they are certainly ramping up the price.
Pylord is coming in with these jokes today, isn't he?
Fire,
Yeah.
fire.
Yep. Yep.
Danker then said the LCD models have now ceased production on the Steam Decks. That's crazy.
Crazy.
I am surprised by that because that was a really
wow.
good entry level. Like, you could buy them and still upgrade them yourselves. You could just go and buy an OLED screen and do it yourself. Right. So yeah, right. We'll cover the story that Nana wanted to discuss because this one has evolved a lot since then. But we'll cover the original story and then we can go into the updates afterwards. So, do we know who Sven Vinky is? The CEO of Larian Studios.
Okay.
Right.
The people who made Baldur's Gate.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
Okay.
the people and Divinity, the new Divinity game. So, I'm just going to come back to this. Pylord says, "Bad jokes is all I have to contribute,"
Good.
and it's a
Keep them
great
coming.
contribution. Keep them coming. That's what she said.
Hey.
So, Larian Studios CEO Sven Vinky has clarified the developer's position on using AI in its creative process following the backlash to a recent interview with Bloomberg. Oh boy. Mention AI and a lot of people go absolutely insane.
Yeah.
In a post to social media, Venky said Larian is, quote, not replacing concept artists with AI and the developer uses it to, quote, explore things. I didn't say that we use it to develop concept art. The artists do that. We use AI tools to explore references just like we use Google and art books. At the very early ideation stages, we use it as a rough outline for composition, which we replace with original concept art. There is no comparison. He concluded, we've hired creatives for their talent, not their ability to do what a machine suggests, and they can experiment with these tools to make their lives easier. So in the original interview, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier wrote about how Larian has been pushing hard on generative AI. He noted that Larian uses AI tools to explore ideas, flesh out PowerPoint presentations, develop concept art, and write placeholder text. Schreier has since shared the rough transcript of his conversation with Vinky, so people can see all the context and judge for themselves if they feel Larian's position was misrepresented. In the transcript, Venky said that using AI tools speeds production up as it allows for broader experimentation. Quote, it's not as if their dialogues are suddenly being written faster, he said. On the contrary, it's not as if you're seeing scripting going faster. What's happening is there's more stuff being done. You still have to alter it yourself. So Schreier pointed out that he didn't... that didn't seem efficient, to which Vinky replied, this is a tech-driven industry, so you try stuff. You can't afford not to try things, because if someone finds the golden egg and you're not using it, you're dead in this industry. Towards the end of the excerpt, Schreier noted the downsides to generative AI, such as it being poisonous, controversial to players, to artists, and to creative people in a way that other tech isn't. Vinky responded, if you would find the same argument back in the day for a lot of... I think you would find the same argument for a lot back in the day for a lot of things. Part of this job is to make sure that you are competitive and state of the art. If you don't look at the state of the art, you will eventually regret it. That's going to be even worse for developers.
Yeah.
This has also evolved in the fact that Vinky has gone on to Twitter to continue this dialogue, basically saying how he was misquoted, mistranslated, or anything as such, even to the point where he's come out and said, we're shutting down the studio for the Christmas period soon, but once we come back after the holiday period, we are going to do a live Q&A about this. So he wants to lay all the cards out on the table, basically, about how Larian uses generative AI in their creative process.
It's right to get ideas and stuff, I guess, but just when they're using it in the games and just getting rid of people to do so, it's just not right. I think CD Projekt Red developers will come out and say the next Witcher games will not be using AI models or anything at all, kind of thing, and they're all going to be made by people as such, right? Which is a good thing to come out and say, but it's just the way the industry is going to go, though. Isn't it? If they can save costs and things to using AI, it's going to happen, unfortunately.
Admittedly, every industry is using some form of generative AI at the moment. Like, my brother's told me that he's had meeting transcripts like transcribed by AI, and he absolutely loved it because he didn't have to do it himself, and it was that's fine. Like, I wouldn't say I've used it myself, but I've had meetings that have been recorded and then had AI translations in there to transcribe as well. It's not for me. I'd rather someone human do it. But I do understand the trend in the industry, and like with all industries, that if you're going to save some cost and save manpower to then focus on the more important things.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Isn't it?
It's gonna happen. I don't have to feel good about it.
No.
But yeah, I mean, if it's a tool, like that's all it should be used for. Like, if it is true what he's saying, that actually they use it like in the source of, like in the sense of a Google search rather than a Google search, fine. But when it comes to the creative process, it shouldn't be used.
No.
But now there is go on, Brent. Sorry.
That they worked on Baldur's Gate, which is based on D&D, and Hasbro's gotten in a lot of trouble lately for using AI art for their D-book.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
So Nana, as the resident artist here, go on, Mike. Sorry.
That's a very valid point when he's saying about like the technology, and that if you're not using it yourself, you are going to fall behind. And the thing is that does seem to it does send ripples through the industry in the sense that this is not a new thing. Now, I don't mean like AI, but like technology in general. If you're not using the latest technology to move yourself forward, you are always going to fall behind. And this is also included like in the likes of war, when the firearm was first created. Before, people would run around with bows, arrows and swords, and then as soon as the gun was created, well, who's winning the wars now? Those that have got swords and shields, or those that have got guns? You know what I mean? So then, as the things sort of kind of like progress, this is the same like with this industry. Everything is AI, or they got access to AI or AI tools, and it shouldn't be a case of it just replaces everything. They should still have someone's got to hold the gun. In this case, the artists or the developer, the creator, has still got to hold that gun and point it in the direction that they would like the game to go in. But it can't just be right. Okay, well, we've got this. It's automatic. Do it yourself kind of thing. And yeah, we don't need artists anymore. We don't need coders, and we don't need that because this AI is going to do it for us. No, you still need the artist and whatever to create that vision first. If that makes sense.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah. Have you seen the state of AI art? My God, they still can't even get human anatomy correct.
They keep giving Goombas hands.
Some stuff getting really, really bad, and what it is being used for. So,
have you heard AI music? That's awful.
The worst it's gonna be.
There's anatomy, and there's
only gonna get better.
Oh, it will get better because people keep feeding it into AI tools, and it's only going to improve from there. So, Nana, I know you're very outspoken about AI. So, how did this make you feel when you heard about this, and then also that Sandfall used a lot of AI in their game as well?
The Sandfall case is something that I'm wondering about, because apparently they got it from an asset pack, which there I'm a little bit like, you should have checked, but even then it's like I prototype stuff like that, so it's like I at least understand.
Yeah. Like the UE5 like asset tools that they have, or the stuff that you get like from Unity, isn't it? It's similar in that respect.
Yeah, and I still stand by the thing for me personally of any studio that is worth their self-respect won't use it, which does disappoint me quite a bit, but it is something that is like, yeah, it does worry me that it's gonna get worse, but at least he's trying to keep artists in the process. I have to at least respect that. I will say
Agreed,
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think so long as they're still paying a good amount of artists and creative people like to do it, like I said, so long as it's a tool that's being utilised, like if they can do that, but then make sure that like in the concept phase, fine, but then like in actuality in the full game, like it's fully made by an artist, then you can't argue with that really. As long as all the creative work itself is done by the artists and the creative people. But if a game's made solely out of AI, then yeah, I've got problems.
I don't agree with the argument that you have to use this new technology to keep up. I think of like, I guess a good example would be like food. You know, everybody switched to high fructose corn syrup because it was cheaper. Now people are like, oh, I don't want that. Real sugar. It'll cost more. And there are plenty of companies that are able to thrive by using that because they feel like it's a better ingredient. Plenty of consumers willing to pay the premium for that better ingredient. So I think future, that's exactly what we're going to see. We're going to see some studios commit to no AI. They may have to charge more for their games because of having to pay more people. There'll be people that still buy it, but they believe that.
True.
Then you'll have people who use AI make a game cheaper, and there'll be people who still buy that too, just because it's cheaper. Sometimes that's more important to people. But I think both sides can really just at the same. I don't think it's a one or other situation they're making it out.
Yeah, I think that's true there.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Not necessarily one or the other, but it is, you know, you got to keep up with the times, you got to keep up with the trends and everything. I mean, it's like for now, for example, you're saying about food, like pistachio. Now, pistachio is a nut that, we've all had, maybe at some time in our lives or whatever, but now it's got to be in absolutely bloody everything. From donuts to coffees to this to that to pastries to desserts to absolutely anything, and it's like, oh, we're onto this, and this is or Dubai chocolate.
Dubai chocolate. I was going to say exactly the same. Yeah.
And that was the trend of the year.
Hello. And it's like, okay, like everyone will ride this wave, and then once that goes, well, then we move on to the next trend and whatever. And now this, for example, AI, it could also be a trend. It could be this thing like really get on board with this, because if not, we're going to get left behind, and then it'll just the ship will sail and it'll move on to the next big thing. Ourselves, we've all been on YouTube, we've all done content creation in one way or another, and there's a lot of times where we think, what if I just did that little video that says, oh, if I use this audio instead of editing for hours, if I just use this audio, I'm going to get millions of views from the video. And it's like, do I jump on that or not?
Lots of people doing short videos, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
But this is the problem, is that companies are looking at this going, we can save like millions of dollars. Like, if people are only buying 2 million copies of the game, like at $70 or 70 quid, if we can save X amount, then we're going to do it. And we're going to save a year or so of development time and cost.
That's it, isn't it? It's development time more than anything. It's we can save time. How long did it used to be, back in the day when it was like coming out with developers were creating games like every year or every 2 years? And now it's 7-8 years of development, because development does take a long time with, these visuals and everything, and making it, the next state of the art, whatnot, quadruple A games. And it's like, but to do that, you need to have the resources, and that takes time. And it's like, well, if we've got AI, that's going to help reduce some of that time. But you shouldn't, completely like say, well, we're just going to use AI now, and like, okay, so 50% of the staff we're going to, cut off. No, you still need somebody to, hold the wheel while you're trying to, drive this forward.
And they cancel it anyway.
Yeah.
We've got full circle back to Perfect Dark. Amazing.
You just summed that up perfectly, Gawny. Yeah.
All right, I think
Been very blunt today. Sorry.
No, you're good. We like it. It's fine. Right. So that's it for the news story. So let's have a little bit of fun to end the year off, shall we?
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, basically, what I did this morning, whilst I was putting together the show, is I thought, why not do a year in review? But we'll do a year in review in quiz form, because Christmas period, you know, who doesn't love a little pub quiz, eh? So so there's 12 questions, so you know, write them down. We'll do the answers at the end, so chat can get involved as well, and we'll do that. So if everyone's ready, I can give you the first question.
Okay.
Hold on, well, I'd best get a pen or something then.
Or a phone. Googling is not permitted. Any use of AI will not be allowed in this quiz.
No AI. No AI.
Yeah, you're not allowed to use the AI overtool.
ChatGPT, where are you?
If I find out that any of you have used AI, then you will be banned from this podcast forever.
Oh.
I'm joking, but maybe. I love the fact that Mike's had to go to a cupboard to find the only pad of paper anywhere.
Does it look like I do much writing?
I don't know.
Aren't you a writer?
We now know he AIs his articles.
He AIs his writing, yeah, exactly that.
He's outsourced. ChatGPT, please give me a Metro Prime 4 review. It sucks.
Bad.
I don't use ChatGPT. I use Jack GPT, and he doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he really cranks those numbers
Outsourcing.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Mike, I believe you. Okay. Right. First question. What 5 games were shown in the Xbox Developer Direct in January?
I have no idea.
Shown but not mentioned.
Shown.
Okay.
So there was only 5 games that were on the original Developer Direct from January that Xbox did to open the year out. I didn't say these were going to be easy.
No idea.
Gawny's stumped already.
I'm just gonna write some things down which it could be and just hope for the best.
Sure. We might have mentioned 3 of these games already today.
I thought we might have, yeah.
Let me know when everyone's got their answers. You will get a point for each answer, by the way.
Okay.
How many total?
5.
Okay, I've got 4.
Okay.
See if I can think of a 5th.
Sure. Everyone ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm hoping to get the lowest score possible.
Sweet.
It's probably gonna happen.
0
Yeah.
was also a game that had Perfect Dark in it.
Now it is 0.
Oh dear. Right.
Okay.
Question 2. What major studio was shut down by Warner Brothers in February?
There's been a lot of studio closures. Which one was Warner Brothers is the question.
Yeah. There was a lot, but this one particularly was quite a major one. I'll give you a hint of a lesser-known title that they made many years ago. Condemned Criminal Origins.
I feel like I just read an article about that too. Oh yeah, it was a Game of the Year list from Fulbright Studios, and they were talking about a horror game that felt like Condemned.
Condemned was brilliant. Shame it got delisted on Steam.
Yeah, it's Xbox too.
Yeah. It was... Like I said, sorry, Gawny. I did say these weren't going to be easy questions.
You said Xbox, I got no idea.
These aren't all Xbox related, by the way.
The first one was, though.
You didn't tell us to study for this.
No, this. I'm just wondering.
Like I'm back at school again.
I'm just wondering how many of you watch the podcast all the way through the year, because we covered all these stories.
Oh, I see.
A lot.
Specifically from the podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
Kylie Wilde is next answer.
If she made a news story, then I'll be pleasantly
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah.
Right, question 3. Which gaming character was used when Sony showed off their new AI prototype in March?
Now you're talking Sony. I don't remember that.
Sorry, there's not a Nintendo question just yet.
That's where I'm struggling.
Hang on. There is a Nintendo related question later on.
I might get one.
Possibly.
Go on, Ed.
Right, everyone
Do we have
ready?
any N64 related questions? I might answer those ones.
Damn it, I forgot about the analog 3D.
Damn it.
Nintendo 64, Nintendo Switch Online have been added this year.
Which color were you looking to get? Are you hoping for a gold one?
Maybe. Right. Question 4. Which media outlet went fully independent in April? Danke, you can put your answers later. Just write them down and then put them in the chat after the questions. Just so these clowns don't look at the chat.
Yeah.
So something wasn't independent before.
Yeah.
Oh, went independent.
Hmm.
Well, I've always been independent, so it's not me.
So have we.
Not
We
mine.
support
Okay.
independence. Pylord, yes, there is a quiz. I expect you to get 0.
There's a quiz.
He also said he didn't study.
No, me neither.
Apparently nobody studied.
Something's ringing a bell here, and now I've lost it. But
You got to listen to about 50 hours of podcast to understand what's going on in the quiz.
And 48 out of those hours are Kylie's tangents.
And that was just the last episode. So
someone's ringing a bell with this one now. I know it, but I don't. I know it, but I don't.
I will leave it there. We'll have to move on to question 5. What TV show was renewed for season 3 in May? It is a game-related TV show.
yeah, I'm just trying. There's one of 2 on my list, and I'm not sure.
Which one is it? And this is why I threw this question in, because it could be one of 2, really.
Yeah.
Oh, mine. Hold on. Yeah. Go on.
Oh, yeah, there is actually a Nintendo question. I forgot about that one.
Oh, okay.
It's next.
Kirby.
Has everyone got an answer for that one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I hope so.
I might get half a point.
Yep.
Final put EastEnders. I'd be surprised if that actually had seasons. Just continuous, isn't it? Right, question 6. Which US company was involved in the Switch 2 staple situation?
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
God, he now knows.
Yeah.
That phrase doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, so
Yeah.
to
I
put
think
it
I
into
know.
context, they were putting their receipts on the boxes of the Switch 2.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah.
But they were
yeah.
stapling them onto the boxes.
Mm. Again, that could be.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Radio Shack. No.
Sports Direct.
US company.
Maybe in the UK, perhaps.
Gawny hint that we might have been talking about them in
I know.
WhatsApp group.
I know.
I know. All right, mate. Right, question 7. What gaming service de-indexed adult games in July?
Adult games now.
Not
Hold
safe for work games.
on. Ooh. Right, what was the question again?
What gaming service de-indexed adult games? Fucking pilot. Love honey. Good God, man.
I do love me some honey.
I'm not going to ask what controller he uses for that one.
I'm sure it has a vibrating function.
HD Rumble.
Oh, if only that would have happened this year.
Oh,
The old can you use a Joy-Con as a sex toy article. That article was just a mess. Just a mess.
Now I remember a video, and this came out well before AI, and it involved the Wiimote. And it was a
Oh.
particular game. It wasn't a real game, I don't think. It was just like one of these like parody like trailers, and it's like
Okay.
they were doing all these things with these remotes. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Oh dear.
that's not.
Oh dear.
oh dear.
Alright, has everyone got an answer?
Yeah.
No.
We'll stop talking about vibrating Wii remotes. Alright. Question 8. What adaptation of a video game got announced for FX in August?
There were so many announced. Which one was FX? Which one was Amazon? Which one was Netflix?
FX.
Yes. Subsidy of Fox, which is now a subsidy of Disney.
Yes.
Something's ringing a bell. It's just not.
From the same, I don't know if I should give hints, but same crew that did Alien.
Oh, Alien Earth.
Yeah. I didn't think that would help anyone, so.
No.
It doesn't.
No, I'm not giving it away.
Okay.
I'm not giving any more hints.
I don't know.
Okay.
I reckon Nana's quietly confident because he remembers nearly all of these because of the thumbnails.
A little bit of advantage.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Many AI editing thumbnails have been ingrained into his memory.
Well, yeah, the amount of ones that he sent and gone, and I've gone, episode number's wrong, sorry, mate. Question 9. Which video game broke multiple storefronts on release in September?
Hello. If I only get one right, I hope it's this one.
Yes.
Because I've mentioned it enough times on the bloody was it. Oh,
On the bloody what's it?
On the what's it?
on this podcast.
On the what's it?
On the what's it? He has mentioned it on this
I know
podcast.
you've done a panel about it as well.
Yeah. Gawny's outed himself for not watching the the MCM Comic Con panel. Yeah.
Well, I did watch it, but I was dog sitting at the time. So
The irony is that well, no, that would give it away then.
Oh yeah, it would. It would.
Yeah, but you have spoken about it, Goldie.
Oh, Pylord, that is some savage accusations. Nana probably helped write the questions. No, I definitely
No.
don't.
how's the question again?
Which game broke multiple storefronts on release in September?
Okay.
You got it?
No.
No, I wasn't asking. No, I wasn't asking whether you got the answer. Just whether or not you got it, or did you need to repeat again?
No, that's fine. I got the question. That's fine.
Repeat, yeah, give us a repeat, Pete.
It's Pete on repeat. Question 10. What game surpassed 15 million players in October? Small hint, it
That is
was an
super
early,
broad.
it was an early release game.
Oh,
Like early access.
Yeah. And it's an early access game from a notable publisher, from a notable series.
Think I've got that one, maybe.
It came out in
Early access.
It came out of early. Oh, God. I do know this one. It's not a game that I've ever played or whatever, but as soon as you say what it is, it's like, yeah, it's that. Yeah. Okay.
I am looking at this going, some of these questions might have been a little tough because the wording on them.
Yeah. Well, this one is just so broad. Right?
It is a little bit too broad. I think the next one might also be similar as well. But I could preface it by saying something else related to it that might help. So, question 11. What game received its, quote, last planned update in November? It also corresponded with an announcement for another game. Potentially a remake.
Wasn't that then?
That could be anyone.
Yeah.
That's really narrowed it down a lot, hasn't it?
Could be anything.
It's definitely not Tomb Raider.
There's so many remakes.
Well, you have to think it's a game that had a live service game previously and then announced a remake.
Okay.
I can't even tell you what genre of game it is because it would give it away.
Nah, it'd give it away. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really, because I'm absolutely clueless.
Funnily enough, this game might not have appeared on the Nintendo consoles yet.
That would be weird. Yes. Oh, well, okay, then it won't be that one then.
Well, it hasn't been confirmed for it, but you know, it happened. All right. Final question. Nice, easy one to finish off. What developer announced that they are leaving Bandai Namco at the end of the end of December?
I read this one as well.
Recent.
It's very recent, yeah. Someone who's been involved in a project for 30 years.
I can't think who it is.
And Nana knows it. Nana knows this one straight away. He was the one who actually told me about this story. So let me know when you got answers. If you need to go back to any, just let me know. Danker, if you're playing in chat, you can put your answers in the chat now if you like.
Don't want to.
No, that was solely for Danker who's playing along.
Okay.
So.
Or anyone else listening
Anyone
right
else?
now.
Yeah, anyone else who's actually watching live. Listening at home.
I don't even know that many Bandai studios.
There's quite a lot of Bandai Namco studios. Narrows it down a lot.
Okay. But is it somebody at the company or is it a company? A studio?
No, it's a person.
The person, right, okay.
A person.
Oh, I was trying to think of studio name.
No, it's
Yeah.
a single person.
Now, if it was a studio, I'd know which one that was because it was recently acquired by Nintendo, but it's not.
But that was in November.
Wow!
Yeah. Anyway, right. So answers have started going up from Danker, so I'll go through the answers now. So, question 1: what 5 games were shown in the Xbox Developer Direct in January? Clair Obscur Expedition 33, South of Midnight, Doom: The Dark Ages, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shadow Dropped was Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
I put not Perfect Dark, so I guess I get half a point for that.
You put what, sorry?
Xbox had a direct.
They're having another one in January, just so you know.
Sorry?
Okay, good
Yeah.
to know. Maybe I'll
Brent,
watch
what was
that
your
and
answer?
make
What did you put?
Yeah.
I got 3 of them. Doom, Alpha Midnight, Expedition 33.
Yeah.
At one point, I had Grounded 2 on here, Oblivion, Outer Worlds 2, and I'm like, no, those all came later. I
Yeah.
thought maybe
I wrote Halo
Keeper, but that
12,
was another
and-
one that was like, no.
Nice. So yeah,
And I
you
just
get-
put Gears of War
that's
because
fine.
that was a guess.
so yeah,
It
you
was,
get
yeah, that's why I specified shown or mentioned.
yeah. So you get
Halo, Gears, and Forza were all mentioned.
sure.
Forza,
Yeah,
not-
they were. So yeah, you get 2 points for those.
3.
3, sorry, yeah. Nana?
I managed to get all of them.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Good
Fi-
effort.
5 points for you then. 5 points. 2. What major studio was shut down by Warner Brothers in February? It was Monolith Productions.
Monolith, of course it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put
I
Telltale.
wrote Monolith, the WB one. I think that counts.
I'll give you that. I'll give you it. Yeah,
I
because
guess
there was.
NeverRealm.
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, they're still operating just about, but Netflix could shutter them. You never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that means that the Nemesis system is now locked in a WB vault forever.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
IoT, the movie.
Anyone else get the right answer? Probably not. Okay. Right. Number 3. What gaming character was used when Sony showed off a new AI prototype in March? It was Aloy from Horizon.
Yeah, I got
This is where the person was
Oh.
talking to Aloy.
Right.
I didn't see this.
No.
Oh, it was-
I put Parappa the Rapper.
Oh, it was hideous. It was disgusting.
I guess
in fact.
Astrobot, because I thought it was a safe guess.
Fair
That was
enough.
good guess. Yeah, yeah.
Astro Boss is a good guess. Too.
Yeah, Nana, did you get this?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh my god.
That one I had to remember.
Yep, Nana's
I
just one
had to
already.
remember.
Go on, Nana.
I mean, admittedly, Danka did get 5 points on the first question, and he got the second question right. For number 3, he put no idea. And then for question 4, he also put no idea.
I put not Mike.
But there.
Right,
I
question.
just guessed. I said VGC.
Well, question 4. Which media outlet went fully independent in April? GamesBeat.
Games beat.
I put
So the one
Kinda
that
Funny,
Jeff
actually. I
Jeff
didn't
Grubb
know
works
that.
at.
I put Game Informer, so I got Game. I just got the.
I'm not giving you half a
Game
point for
Informer
Oh,
is definitely not independent.
that. No.
no.
No, funnily enough, across this year, a few outlets did actually go fully independent, including Digital Foundry.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So, yeah. And that was another one I was considering, but I was like, I can't have 2 questions of the same. That would be cruel.
You could have just asked for either one.
The answers quick. Which
Yeah,
one was it?
but this one works because I don't know if you've noticed, I've done it in the year, like in order.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the most recent things at the last. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yep. 5. Which TV show was renewed for season 3 in May? Fallout.
Sorry.
Fallout. Yes.
I put G4 for some
I
reason.
didn't even hear what the answer was. I just heard yelling.
I got a tick.
I don't know why I put that.
Oh, that's
I
hilarious.
got a point. Got a point.
Yes.
What was the answer?
Oh,
Fallout.
Fallout.
I didn't think Fallout got renewed that early in the year.
It did, yeah.
I didn't either.
I wrote Last of Us first, and I crossed it out and put Fallout.
That was
so, yeah.
exactly what I was saying with the 2, because it could have been even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, right. Question 6. Which US company was involved in the Switch 2 staple fiasco?
Was it GameStop?
It was
That
GameStop.
would be my guess. Yeah.
Yep, that one.
Yeah.
I knew that one.
Nice.
I didn't know
Oh.
it, but I used to work for GameStop, and they would totally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if everyone remembers, they ended up going through the screens,
Yeah, it did.
and then they ended up
Dafties.
screwing themselves over by sitting in really hot like warehouses or shops, and then tape was like peeling off and stuff like that. Oh, the whole situation was a complete mess. Why they thought it was a good idea, I don't know. Right. Question 7. What gaming service de-indexed adult games in July? This is itch.io.
Oh, right, okay.
I thought it was Steam. Steam had a bunch of backlash.
Steam had a bunch of backlash on there, but
Yeah, I was thinking the
itch.io
same.
were like a huge
homepage
about...
recommendations. Yeah.
Yeah, it was as a result of the Steam situation, but yeah, they completely de-indexed everything they had a not safe for work in label on it. You couldn't find it anywhere on the list at all. It was ridiculous.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Started up scratch that itch.io where they all the and safe for work games.
That was terrible.
Oh, I like those kinds
I
of
loved it.
Right. So Danker put Target for question 6. He put Steam for 7, so no points, I'm afraid. Right.
That makes sense.
Number 8. What adaptation of a video game got announced in August for FX? It was Far Cry.
Yes, an anthology series.
Yes.
Oh, right,
I put a
okay.
Life is Strange because I remembered that one being renewed at the time.
Yeah.
I had Half-Life. I was well away from it. I thought thinking Mass Effect, and I thought, no, that is Amazon. So
Yeah,
what else
it
could
was.
it be?
Yeah. There was there's Vader in the works. What else? Amazon's got a bunch of them actually.
Loads.
Yeah, they do have a few.
Hard with the video games.
Danker also got this one right with Far Cry. So well done. Right, number 9. Which game broke multiple storefronts and released in September? Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Oh, now I know. Yes, of course, yes.
It was a guess because I don't remember it breaking anything, but I was like, everyone.
So for about...
Lots
Everyone
of
crazy
Yeah,
for it.
they
Yeah.
went crazy because there was no preload option. It pretty much ragged the servers on everything.
I tell you what, it's interesting because, you know, it broke every single storefront, yet it wasn't labelled Game of the Year, seeing as everyone pretty much was playing it at the time.
I think because everyone played the game and then was like, I'm not sure.
Maybe not, yeah. But it was...
But it sold really
It
well.
won Action Adventure of the Year. Is that not good enough?
Yeah.
Most sold game of the year.
It's gonna be weird seeing the next Nintendo Direct without Silksong in it though. To be fair, we've had enough of them with it.
What's going to be...
About it.
Yeah, what's even going to be even more weird is the people saying in the chat, "Where's Silk Song?"
Yeah, exactly that.
I just have to do like.
Let's do it anyway. Let's do it anyway.
Gawny, I dare you to go on to the next Nintendo Direct, and you're the first comment. It was like, "Where's Silk Song?"
Where's Silksong? Yeah.
No, just put Silk Song 2. When?
Hollow Knight for Smash.
Do it, you can't. Question 10. Which game surpassed 15 million players for its early access period in October? Skate.
Battlefield. Skate. Damn it.
I forgot that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a really long early access period.
I've been alpha testing it for like 3 years, so
I think that was what it was.
Never
The
known when it
alpha,
came out anyway.
like everyone was talking about, like in October. That's when all the stuff came out because it went out to everyone. But those who'd been playing the early access or the alpha footage, and the beta of it, weren't allowed to talk about it until then. So, yeah.
I guess Splitgate, because I know it got shut down, and then Splitgate 2 went into early access.
It did, yeah, but it never even got anywhere close to that kind of number.
Yeah, I was like, 15 million would be a lot for that. But
Yeah, it wouldn't have shut down if it had 15 million players. Right, question 11. What game received its, quote, last planned update in November? And I preface this by saying that it had a remake announced at basically the same time.
I put Raid Shadow Legends.
This video is not sponsored.
I guess the Smite. I know there's a Smite too.
Wishful thinking.
You said what? Sorry, Brent?
I guess the Smite.
Okay. Mike?
Because I know it's got to end sometime because we got Smite 2.
No.
No idea.
Nana?
Yeah, I just guessed Splitgate.
Okay. Gawny?
Yeah, I didn't have a clue, so I put Raid Shadow Legends just for a laugh.
Oh, okay. Halo Infinite.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't that Infinite getting remade.
They
It's,
actually
okay.
they announced Combat
Yeah.
Re-Evolve
Yeah.
or whatever.
Of course it
the
is. Of
crap
course it
name
is.
was.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Evolve.
Campaign Evolve. Yeah, okay, still a
Yeah.
terrible name. Sorry.
So that was a misleading clue.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna make it easy.
No, you must not. Will
No.
You?
And final question: what developer announced that they were leaving Bandai Namco at the end of December? Kazuhiro Harada from the Tekken company.
I put Miss
No
Pac-Man.
way I would've-
Yeah, Nana, I don't even have to ask you whether you got this one right.
Yeah.
So, right, total them up. Let me have a look. Danko also got Silk Song. He was wrong with Hades 2. Assassin's Creed Shadow Notes. Harada. So, he got 10 out of 16.
Danko wins.
That's 16. Wait, hang on. It was
10,
only
10 out of 16.
Because there was 5 in the first one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So-
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay then.
So, final score 10 out of 16. Well done. Good effort, Danko.
Good
Appreciate that. I also can't verify whether you googled any of these, so I'm gonna take half your points because I'm not sure. No, I'm joking. At least these lot I can actually see independent verification. No, Brent, how many did you get?
6.
6. Nice. Gawny?
Most of which were the first question.
I got 2.
Hey, better than 0.
Better than 0.
Wait, hold on. Oh, what's it Eric Idle says in Willy Wonka? So that's 200 chocolate bars. No. 2. 2?
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
There's 2 more as expected. So
Yeah. Mike?
I got an honest 4.
Honest for?
Well, yeah.
What?
If I was being
So you mean a dishonest 5 then? Okay. Nana?
I got 11.
Oh, we've got a winner.
good work.
We've
Good
got a
work.
winner.
Good bum.
Yeah.
So well done, Nana. You've won. Sorry, there was no prizes.
It was cancelled, sorry.
No, you win bragging rights for the year.
Yeah.
Note to self: do thumbnails for rapid reviews.
So, Mike, let me add a correction to you. Listen to the podcast every week.
Yeah. I do. I just don't remember it.
Gordy, correction. Don't have the memory of a goldfish.
Oh, yeah, that would help. Yeah, definitely.
No, that was just a good bit of fun to end off the
It's
year.
my story. I live on the reef and I'd love to eat beef or something like that, innit?
I don't even know what was even said.
Probably for the best.
Probably,
Sorry.
yeah. Right. Thank you very much for everyone joining us. Those in the chat, those on the panel. I'll go around the horn so everyone can plug their stuff, do their thing. Brent, we'll start with you. Where can everyone find you?
Be honest, you probably won't find me much in the next couple months. I'll be gone for Christmas, visiting family. Come back home for about a week before I did a cruise with my mom's birthday.
Nice.
When I get back from that, I'll be home for about 2 weeks before I go on my cruise, which will be for almost the entirety of February.
Damn.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Brent's
I'll be
disappearing for a
gone.
good long period.
18 nights in
Wow.
February.
Amazing.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Well, I hope you have the best times.
So may not see you till March.
Just remember, boats have Wi-Fi. You can catch us on.
Yeah, it just costs like $400.
God damn it. Well, you'll have a hell of a backlog to catch up on then.
I will be able to get, like in the middle of the cruise, I'll be able to get service.
Yeah.
And I have it set up so the podcast automatically downloads.
Amazing.
It'll just download like the previous 5 episodes or something.
Sweet.
And then
There
I
you
can
go.
listen to them on the rest of the cruise.
Amazing. There you go. You've got plenty of
Got no
content.
excuses.
We'll have to make sure that every episode is at least 3 hours
ahead.
then.
I already have it set up for the auto download, so I'm good.
All good.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So, Gawny, where can everyone find you?
Hello. You can find me at Gawny7789 on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, which is going crazy at the moment. So those sort of places. I stream games, mainly Nintendo stuff, occasional indie games, and some bigger games like Mass Effect and things as well. But mainly on those places. So yeah, well, thank you for having me on.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Nano, where can everyone find you? He's on mute again, I think.
Nope.
They can find me doing whatever on Twitter at Nana. And there it says it's on.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you now. There you go.
Okay. I don't know what happened there.
It's lag.
Probably, yeah. But you can find me talking about video games on Twitter, Nana_Marfo. Or you can find me at Marfo blogs on WordPress, where I talk about all manner of video games. I've
Nice.
been talking about a lot of indie games recently.
Awesome. And Mike, wouldn't be a show without having you on, basically, because you're pretty much part of the furniture.
Well, when I'm not pestering Pete and derailing Kylie on the rapid review,
We don't actually ask him; he just turns up.
Actually, you do ask because you couldn't find anybody else. And it's like, all of a sudden you all come running to me.
Well, the same could be said about a Metroid Prime 4 podcast.
That is true. So when I'm not derailing the Rapid Reviews radio podcast, or trying to sabotage it in any way possible, I do have my very own website, MikeTender64.com, where we post all our latest news, reviews, interviews, giveaways, and so much more. We also have our YouTube channel for MikeTender64, and also our Game and Chat podcast, also on YouTube.
Awesome. All of these people will be linked in the show notes on YouTube, Twitch, wherever you find it. Final thing that needs to be said, this is the final show of the year. Big sads. So, yeah, I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, We don't discriminate here. Enjoy your time off if you have time off. And we say thank you for listening all the way through 2025, and we hope you come back for next year. First show of the year will probably likely be the 4th of January, so a good couple of weeks off. So we will see you again in 2026, where we plan on making things a lot worse, of course. I mean, let's be honest, Kylie's on the show. She's going to derail it and tangent time about 5,000 times because she's not been on for a little bit. So,
the big question is, will she still be playing Abiotic Factor?
Yes.
Probably.
I'll answer that question now.
Yes.
So come back in 2026 for plenty of Abiotic Factor discussions. And maybe where I actually play some new stuff too. But thank you very much for listening. We appreciate you listening, for always showing up. Those in the chat, the live chat on Twitch, thank you very much. And those listening on the podcast players and the YouTubes. We appreciate every single one of you, and we hope you enjoy your Christmas. Goodbye.
Happy holidays.
Your other podcast, Pete.
Uh-oh.
Happy holidays, bye.
Go watch Never Watches. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast. You can watch the recording of the show live on Twitch every Sunday evening at 7 PM UK time at www.twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews. You can also watch the podcast on YouTube, search Rapid Reviews 5534, and you can also watch the video version of the show on Spotify, just search Rapid Reviews Radio. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a rating, or a comment on this episode. You can also follow us on Twitter at RRRadioPod, as well as on Blue Sky at rrradiopodcast.bsky.social. Also be sure to visit rapidreviewsuk.com for all the latest reviews and previews.